Remember how I told y'all that Kamala Harris is actually, what happened to Kamala Harris is actually in the Bible. And I have the Bible in my hand, and I wanted to read y'all. See, Kamala Harris is not the Antichrist, but remember how I said continue to watch the storyline and the story plot. And right now, this movie that we're watching is beginning to be a mystery, science fiction, horror movie, because it seems so obvious to a lot of people that Trump will be the man. You know, he done took a bullet and everything. It seems so obvious. But it wasn't a surprise to me that Biden dropped out. But what surprises me is that he dropping out now. This is the part that I thought he was going to drop out once it get near the election, like around September. But now that Kamala Harris is now currently the president, because now that Biden has dropped out, that means that Kamala Harris is now the president. And from now all the way up into November, she can make any decisions that she wants to make because she is now appointed the president. So that means that anything can happen at this point. So I'm going to read to y'all what is in the Bible. Now, what I'm about to read to y'all that is in the Bible, it doesn't necessarily represent Kamala Harris, but it represents the spirit that is in Kamala Harris. Okay? The Scarlet Woman and the Scarlet Beast. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and talked with me, saying to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great harlot, who sits on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth who were made drunk with the wine of her fornication." So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abomination and the filthiness of her fornication. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I marveled with great amazement. The meaning of the woman and the beast. But the angel said to me, "Why did you marvel? I will tell you of the woman and of the beast that carries her, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast that you saw was and is not, and will ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to perdition, and those who dwell on earth will marvel, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And when they see the beast that was, and is not, and yet is, here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sits. There are also 7 kings. 5 had fallen. 1 is, and the other has not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short time. The beast that was and is not is himself, Also the 8th, and is of the 7, and is going to perdition. The 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings who have received no kingdom as yet, but they receive authority for 1 hour as kings with the beast. These are of the mind, and they will give their power and authority to the beast. These will make war with the lamb, with the virgin, with the sheep. Remember, the sheep, the virgins, the lamb. And the lamb will overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And those who are with him are called chosen and faithful. When he said to me, the waters which you saw, where the harlot sits, are people, multitude, nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which you saw on the beast, these will hate the harlot, make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For God has put it into their hearts to fulfill his purpose, to be of one mind, and to give their kingdom to the beast, until the words of God are fulfilled. And the woman who saw is that great city which reigned over the kings of the earth. Now that you have read that, what it means is that when you look at Kamala Harris, she wears purple. She wears pearls. So now that we see this woman, the spirit that is in Kamala Harris, she is going to be of evil. She is going to be of great evil. And she is going to make decisions. And many people is going to listen to her. They're going to marvel that she's a leader. Now, I don't know what Kamala Harris is going to do between now and November. I don't even know what's going to happen to Trump. That's why I said just keep your eyes open. That's why I really didn't want to make no deep assumptions. All I said was that the Antichrist storyline, Trump is really playing the hell out of the storyline of the Antichrist. But I do know that Trump is not the Antichrist. And I do know about the woman. So what is going to happen? I'm not going to make any assumptions, because I always knew that it was going to be a twist. But just know, chosen ones, it is written in the Bible. Even though I don't read the Bible, I only read Revelations. No matter what they do to us, we are the lamb. We are the sheep. We are the virgins. They cannot kill us. They cannot beat us. No matter what they do to us, they can torment us. They can beat us. They can do whatever they want to do to us. We cannot die, because we have eternal, immortal life. So even though we're about to see all of these things, do not be in fear, because they are doing this because they don't know that we know who we are. And a lot of chosen ones that is not aware of who they are, they are going to be led by fear. And they're going to go with it because they're afraid to die. But if you think that you are chosen, if you know that you are chosen, or you have a feeling that you are, all you have to do is stand on your 2 feet. Stand on your root. And don't follow behind this agenda. Don't drink the fornication. Don't drink the blasphemy that comes out of her bowl. Because we are virgins. We are the sheep. We are the lamb. We don't go behind that. We know who we are. So in other words, if Kamala Harris take charge, whatever she do, many people is going to scream and be in excitement because of what she is doing. But what they don't understand is that this woman is pure evil. And the fact that she is now in control is going to be a lot of people that is going to give her control. It's almost like she really won't have control. It's going to be someone that is controlling her, almost like the beast. That's why I said, don't look at Kamala Harris. Look at the energy. Look at the spirit that is in Kamala Harris. Look at the people from now on that's going to be around her, because she is going to be influenced by a lot of people. Now, when you look at Trump, Trump is the usher. Remember that I said in one of my videos, Trump is going to be the one that usher in the system. They are all in on it. It's 10 of them. 7 heads. It's a bunch of them. They are all in on it. There is no good men. The only good men in this storyline, the only good men in this movie are the saints, are the lambs, are the sheep, are the virgins. We are the only good guys in the storyline. Everybody around us that you see are part of the goats. They are all in on it. Trump, Obama, Kamala Harris, all of them are against us. It's us against them at this point. This is why we have to use our discernment. This is why you have to know who you are spiritually within, because they are here to take over us. They are here to take control of us. They are here to be our guards, because they know that the children of Israel, the real son, we don't have a king. We don't have a God. We know who we are. They do. They have a God. And the one that is asleep, the goats, the lost ones, they need someone to lead them. They need a king. They need a God. But the real chosen ones, the real sheep, the real virgins, the real children of the Son, the real children of Israel, we have no king. We have no God. We know who our true source is. We know who our true creator is. We don't worship no man. We don't worship no one, because we know who we are. We know where we come from, and we know our Mother Divine is within us, and we don't obey no one but her. This is why it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be against this whole system. This is another part of the great separation. So do not be discouraged by the troublesomes that you see of this world, because it is not on us. It has nothing to do with us. Even though they are going to torment us, because they're going to try their damnedest, people. They're going to try their damnedest to get us to submit and to making them our king. They're gonna do a lot of things to us that's going to put us in a lot of fear. But they only doing this because they want us to submit to them. It might be times that they will come into you. There's going to be a lot of things. I don't want to speak on it. But we are headed into the dark winter. The dark winter that Biden was talking about. We are headed into dark winter. We are now in the 9th, 10th centimeters of this birth. We are headed into dark winter. They are going to try to do anything and everything to get us to forsaken ourselves, to forsaken our divine mother, because they want to have control over us. They want to be the God of us. They want our minds, because our divine mother knows who we are. Our divine mother knows what we are going through. And right now we is going through the war. This is the war. Everybody keep thinking about the Civil War. We are already in World War III. We are already in the Civil War. We've been in the Civil War since the beginning. The Civil War is the war on the spirit. It's not an actual physical war. So we're about to go into real dark days. But these dark days, the reason why these days is going to be so dark, and I'm not talking about with the weather. We're about to go through some real hard times. The real reason why we are going through these hard times, because these things must happen. And these things must happen because they need the chosen one. They're not worried about the others, because their eyes is on the Lamb. They need the chosen ones to forsake our divine source. Because if we forsake our divine source, if we forsake ourselves and give them the power that I just read, if we give them our power, they will have dominion over the whole entire earth. Right now, they don't have dominion over the entire earth because we are still here. And the fact that they can't control us, they don't have dominion over the earth. They only got dominions over the goat, over the sleep ones. They don't have dominion over us. But if they can get us to submit to them, because our power, our energy is more powerful than the goats. Our power and energy is more powerful than the sleep. They really don't have no power. So if we give them our power, if we give them our authority, our energy, our strength, our power is way bigger than theirs. If they can take our power, our energy, and our strength, they can take dominion over the whole entire earth, and they can control the earth. This is why they can't do nothing to America. As long as we are here, they can't do nothing to America. They can't do nothing to us because we still have control. Once we leave this earth, you are going to see the truth for what it is. It's either we're going to leave this earth and be in our full self, or we're going to finally submit to them. So this war that we are in, a lot of people is looking at the Civil War as being a physical war. We are already in the Civil War. We are already in World War III. World War III is the war on the soul. It's the war on the spirit. World War III is the spiritual war. And right now, everything that they are doing is to keep us distracted from our higher selves, from our spiritual selves. This is why now, if you look at TV and you look at all these movies and you look at our government and political, even President Trump and all of these people is talking about Black Jesus. They talking about Jesus Christ. But don't be alarmed by that, because the fact that they talking about Jesus Christ being black and all these things, it don't have nothing to do with us, because we know who Jesus Christ is. The only reason why they bringing up Black Jesus, because they still want people to be insubmissive to a king. They still want people to be insubmissive of being controlled. They still want people to be in the mindset that someone is their leader, someone is their king, and that they need someone to lead them. But the real chosen ones knows who Jesus Christ is. We don't look at Jesus Christ as being our Savior. We don't look at Jesus Christ as being our King. We know that Jesus Christ either didn't exist or he is one of us. So that's why I said we really need to get to know who we are spiritually, because this war is about to get really intense. And do not get discouraged by this war, because eventually we are going to get the powers that we need. Everything is going to happen on time. We eventually going to get the powers that we need in order to fight these demons. Because right now, these demons that we see, they're eventually going to change, and we are going to change with it. Our mother knows exactly what it is that we need, and everything is going to happen right on time. All you have to do is know thyself, know the source that is in you, and do not feel forsaken, because you are not alone. Our source has always been with us. This is why we are here living and witnessing all of this, because people, like I've been saying for the last year, things are getting revealed for what it really is. You are about to be revealed for who you really are. And everything around you is about to get revealed for what it really is. So right now, we are about to see the devil's wrath. And the devil's wrath is the devil doing everything he can do to try to get the lamb to forsaken themselves, forsaken their source. And eventually, we are going to have our wrath. And this is why they don't want us to wake up. Because when we have our wrath, that's going to be the fun part.